at center field. Then Brady Cooper at second base. Braden Taylor, the catcher. Caden Ray at first base. Hayden Stevenson at shortstop. Sixth batter is Preston Bedford out in left field. DH is batting seventh. That's Brandon Gibson. Then Amir Bergen will be batting eighth. And ninth batter is Parker Mathis, as Mathis is out in right field, and then Bergen is at third base. And Jace Parnan will be pitching for Madisonville tonight. Now for Hoptown, as far as looking at the batting order, to be Braden Pengel playing at center field. Grant Snyder, the shortstop. John Keebler will be at second base. The cleanup hitter will be Hadley Smith. He's playing catcher tonight. Max Martin is the fifth batter playing at first base. Then D.T. Sir playing at third. Gavin Lake will be out in left field. Braden Blevins, the eighth batter, is the DH tonight. And Sam Perkins will be batting in the ninth spot. He's playing out in right field tonight. And pitching for the Hoptown Hoppers this evening is Dalton Sisson. Because again, those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Riken Elastomers. And just a few moments away here from our opening pitch, which is brought to you by Bloom by Magnolia and Chancellor Landscaping. For all your landscaping and floral needs, call 270-889-8001. Sisson getting his last warm-up pitch in. And again, we're just a few moments away here from some good old Hoptown Hopper baseball. Again, back-to-back nights for the Hoppers here at Tiger Field. Playing tonight, they'll be back here tomorrow night hosting the Paducah Chiefs. So look forward to seeing Hoptown string a couple of wins here at home. As we just talking with Cole with you about this a few moments ago, it's just a few, about 3 weeks, maybe a couple of days after that, and we'll have our playoffs here in the OVL. First pitch is a strike outside on a fastball. Pitch there. That will be another strike. So 0-2 to count. And there's a swing and a ball hit high out in left field, and Gavin Lake didn't have to do too much moving to grab that one for the first out of the day.
Now batting for Madisonville, the second base number 24, Brady Cooper.
And that was Nazir Bergen at the plate. Now Brady Cooper will step into the batter's box. Another lefty. And Dalton Sisson pitching. First pitch swing foul to the screen behind home plate. So an 0-1 count. And Jamar Perkins here joined by Cole Sloan. And we talk about Cole as he wears many hats with the Hoptown Hopper organization, as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for an 0-2 count. Mr. Cole Sloan is running game changer tonight. So I kind of like that, because hits or errors, it's all on you. So now we don't have to suspect and wait for our official status. You are our official status. That's right. It's but we heard you're maybe a little tough, tough on the calls, but we know you will keep it real, and we look forward to hearing you break down some calls. Now it's your call with a nice grounder, error, is it a hit? No, I look forward to it. 0-2 count with one out. And that ball is just a bit maybe high and outside. Had a bit of movement to a 1-2 count. I'm sorry if I threw you under the bus there. Now, if someone doesn't like a call, they'll look at you. That's my bad. 1-2 count. And another pitch there just goes outside. So a 2-2 count. Sisson dancing around the zone those last two pitches. Didn't like him though, so a 2-2 count. And that one clearly a ball way outside and high. So now a full count, and just the second batter of the day for Dalton Sisson on the mound. Right-hand pitcher again is Sisson, and a ball there is going to be hit high and fouled out behind the bullpen near left field.
If we could get those foul balls returned to the merchandise tent, we sure would appreciate it. We'd love to have those back. Thank you so much.
Again, full count with a one out here. If you're just now joining us, we're in the top of the first. Still scoreless with just the one out. And right down the middle, strike out looking. Nice pitch once again there from Sisson. And now two outs on the board. Braden Taylor will now step to the plate.
Now back to catch number 9.
Working well around the zone. Keeping it tight. Also utilizing that curveball well when it's needed.
First pitch inside, ball 1. Once again, I think all 3 of the balls where Sisson has pitched, or no, excuse me, there's one that was way outside, but 3 out of the 4 have been close. And that's another one just a bit too low there and outside, so now a 2-0 count. And pitch there goes low and outside, so now 3 balls and no strikes. Again, Braden Taylor. And that's going to be ball 4. So Taylor has walked there. Before that, Sisson had faced 2 lefties in a row and just saw his first righty of the day. Throws a 4-pitch walk. So at first is Taylor with 2 outs. And Caden Ray, the first baseman for Madisonville, is now at the plate. First pitch, nice slider there, called strike. Didn't need to talk much in the pregame, but Cole, I know at Henderson game you were there, and kind of a game once again where Hoptown held the lead and ended up seeing a walk-off victory for Henderson as that pitch goes high and inside for a ball 1, a 1-1 count. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that Henderson game.
You know, it was a good game overall. Pitching held off early for the Hoppers and kind of carried them through, and then they didn't get as many hits late in the game. And that
swing and a miss there.
And, you know, they just, when we did put the ball and play hard, we had a few hard hits in the gaps and stuff. But I think umpires and just that atmosphere at Henderson kind of gets the Hoppers down every time.
And a foul ball there. I think that was just off the bat. So a 1-2 count here. After a swing and a miss and then a foul ball. And that'll be a ball chipped out into right field. Jumping up for that one was John Keebler, and he couldn't get to it. So base hit as it lands out in right field in the shorter part. And advancing to second is Taylor, and Ray gets the first hit of the ball game for the Miners. So now runners at first and second for Madisonville, and Peyton Stevenson's at the plate. First pitch, high heater, ball 1. So a 1-0 count with 2 outs on the board and runners at first and second here in the top of the first inning. Pitch there goes low and outside on a slider. So now 2 balls and no strikes. And a double steal attempt there. And that'll be a grounder over to short. The throw is there, and it will be made for out number 3, as that's Grant Snyder making the play for the 3rd out. And looking at Madisonville here in the top of the first, they had 1 hit, there were no errors, 2 left on base, and no runs scored. We head over to the bottom of the first inning, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. We're scoreless, and we'll have some more Hopper baseball after this break provided by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm. thrown. We'll break down the jerseys here when we get a chance. 0-2 count. And a swing and a miss on a ball that lands in the dirt outside. Now 2 outs. Hoppers, I saw him up close on the field. It's a lot of detail on him. Red jerseys with blue lettering. On one side, it's a blue sleeve with white stripes, and on the other side, it's a white sleeve with red stripes. White stars on the right side. I think I said white stripes, but white stars on the right side, and then red stripes on the left. White pants being sported by the Hoppers. First pitch is a slider outside for strike 1. John Keebler is now at the plate for Hoptown. 2 outs on the board. Pitch there, low and outside. Actually gets behind the catcher. So a 1-1 count now. Again, 2 outs here. And that pitch just outside. Make it 2 balls and 1 strike. And that'll be another ball hit high out near mid-right field by the line, and it's caught for out number 3. As that is going to do it here in the bottom of the first. There were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We'll take a break. Looking at our scoreboard, it's still 0-0. As again, our scoreboard brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more Hopper baseball after this. As in the top of the second inning now, the Madisonville Miners are at the plate. We're scoreless between both teams, 0-0. First pitch swing, that is going to be a ball hit out to center field, and a slow roll over to Pingle out there. That'll be a base hit for Hadley Smith. So a first pitch swing there. Gets the, excuse me. That's Preston Bedford for Madisonville. I'll have my book flipped. I apologize. Preston Bedford for Madisonville. As there's a run over to second and out. Caught stealing there is Bedford. So as soon as he gets the hit, he goes for the steal there. And a 1-0 the count. First pitch was a ball to Brandon Gibson. Slider outside, make it 1 ball and 1 strike now. So again, Madisonville's at the plate, clearing up any confusion. Preston Bedford just got thrown out. Swing and a miss there. It's now a 1-2 count to, again, the DH, Brandon Gibson. That'll be an outside slider for ball 2. 2-2 count. I talked about the Independence Day themed uniforms. By the way, Olivet Church is the sponsors for the jerseys. That'll be a grounder up near second base. It's the shortstop that gets it, and that's Grant Snyder making the play for Hoptown. So now 2 outs, and Amir Bergen is now at the plate. I do believe that Amir Bergen is a new ad for Madisonville, but Nazir Bergen has been on the team, so I'd guess there's some relation there. First pitch is a ball, so a 1-0 count. Again, 2 outs. And there's a slider crossing the plate for strike number 1. 1-1 count with 2 outs here. And there's a ball that will be popped up. That's going near the stands. I think it just got behind the stands near first base, though. So 1-2 count. And that ball will be a hard grounder over to third. The throw is in the glove there, as that is a nice play by DT Sir as he scooped it up and made the play. And so that's going to do it for the top of the second. There was 1 hit, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. As we head over to the bottom of the second inning, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. Still scoreless here between both teams. We'll take a timeout, have more Hoptown Hopper baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Hoptown Hoppers baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here as the Hoptown Hoppers playing against the Madisonville Miners. And Hoptown is at the plate. First couple of pitches we've seen here, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Joining just a bit late. That ball is hit hard and high in the air near left field. And it's caught for an out. That was Hadley Smith this time at the plate for the Hoppers. It flies out to left field. And so now 1 out. And up to bat now is Max Martin. And again, pitching is Jace Parnan for Madisonville. First pitch called strike. So an 0-1 count to Max Martin. Second pitch, high and outside. So 1 ball and 1 strike now. And that is the ball swung on and missed. Low and outside. So now 1-2 count. And pitch there. Once again, that slider low and outside, but not swung on this time. So a 2-2 count with that ball. And there's a grounder over to short. The throw is there for the second out.
For the Hoppers is the third baseman, number 22, DT Sir.
DT Sir now coming to the plate. Swing and a miss on another one of those sliders low and outside. And the pitch there is low and outside and actually gets behind the catcher as he tried to scoop it up and went over his head. So 1 ball and 1 strike now. That's a hard grounder over to short in the glove. The throw is there for out number 3. So back-to-back plays made by the shortstop Stevenson. And a 1-2-3 inning for Hoptown at the plate, as there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. We now head over to the top of the 3rd inning, looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. Again, scoreless between both teams. We'll have more Hopper baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this. And that ball is going to be chopped into the glove of Sisson. Short throw is there for the first out. And so now 1 out. And back to the top of the lineup, Nazir Bergen will come to the plate. He had a fly ball out to left field and is 1 and only at bat. Again, here in the top of the 3rd, 1 out, and a scoreless game between both teams, the Hoppers and the Miners. First pitch is going to be called strike in the middle near the outer part of the plate. And once again, a pitch outside, but too far out for ball 1. 1-1 count on the scoreboard. Inside pitch. Bit high, ball 2. And that'll be a ball, a short chopper, and trying to scoop it up with one hand there is Sir, but he can't get a hand on it. And it'll be ruled a hit, as Cole, you're thinking he probably wasn't able to make a play on that one.
No, it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. It was too far. Tough play. That's what they call the Bermuda Triangle right there, where they all meet. So
a single there for Bergen. And now a runner at first with 1 out. Brady Cooper now at the plate. First pitch there, high and outside, strike 1. So 0-1 count. Throw over to first. And back in time is Bergen.
How do I go back and make this? It should have been rolled over to the top of the lineup because Jace Barney gets the lead off it.
And That'll be a pitch outside. So now 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 count. That pitch too low. So a 2-1 count now. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And runner at first is going over to second. He'll come back after a foul ball goes behind the bleachers near third base. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count, swung on and missed as Brady Cooper strikes out for the second time in this ball game. And now 2 outs are on the board with the runner still at first for Madisonville, and Braden Taylor will come to the plate. He was walked in his one and only at bat. First pitch to Taylor, just a bit outside. So a 1-0 count. And once again, pitch just misses outside there, so a 2-0 count. Again, 2 outs on the board. And there's a foul ball that goes behind us here in our Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. And I want to give a shout out to the umpires in this game for coming out. As home plate ump is Louis Maldonado. First base is Trevor Stevens, and the third base ump is Chad Crutcher. Hit in the back there is Braden Taylor, so he's going to advance to first on a hit by a pitch. And Nazir Bergen, he was on his way to second. He was trying to steal, and of course, slow it up as soon as he saw his teammate get hit there. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs. Caden Ray will now be at the plate. He's the one who got the first hit for the team. That kind of winding ball out to a short right field. First pitch swing and a miss there. So now an 0-1 count. Runners at first and second for Madisonville. Again, scoreless between both teams here in the top of the third. And pitch there goes. It's a big fastball, but outside for a 1-1 count. One ball and 1 strike. And that's going to be a ball winding out to right field. It will land. And in deep right field, a run will score for Madisonville. A single there by Ray. And going over to score is Nazir Bergen, while Braden Taylor makes his way to third on the hit. So now 1-0's the score. Madisonville has the lead. And the Miners have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Caden Ray now 2 for 2 on the day after that single. And now Peyton Stevenson will come to the plate. And Dalton Sisson pitching for the Hoppers here tonight. Pitch, fastball outside, ball 1. So a 1-0 count. And a run over to second. The throw will be made. And it is not there, the umpire says, as the ball actually got loose. It came out the glove. Ball was in there in more than enough time. But advancing to second there is Ray, and the trainer for Hoptown coming out. As it looks like a bit shaken up is John Keebler. Looks like I believe Coach Brisden also coming out there as well. I'm not sure that's Coach Brisden or Coach Benny. It's Coach Brisden, but
think it's almost like the hand area that Keebler is grimacing at. Maybe the wrist. 1-0 count after that pitch. And again, it was a throw, and I think maybe on the tag, I'm not sure if the foot maybe hit. Is that what happened? The foot ended up hitting the wrist there, and looks like he's going to get a ball thrown to him. He's kind of shaking it out. Going to see if he's good. And Keebler looks like he's going to stay in the ball game. So. And so the situation we have here, as with that throw over to second, it wasn't out, so a run actually did score. Forgive me for not acknowledging that. Braden Taylor came in and scored. So now 2-0 is the score. It was runners at first and third, and they get the traditional steal for second, and throw was made. So a gamble made by from Hoptown does not pay off, as that ball is going to be hit high and fouled near right field. So now 1 ball and 1 strike, and 2-0 Madisonville leads. Runner at second for the Miners with 2 outs. Swing and a miss on a pitch that goes outside. It's now 1-2 count. And that ball will be chopped. Goes over the head of Sisson. Shortstop Snyder's there to pick it up. And that will be the out. As a nice job there by Snyder to have Sisson's back. And 6-3 for the final out here in the top of the third. There were 2 outs, no errors, 1 left on base, and 2 runs scored. Again, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and 2 runs scored. And looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 2-0 is the score. Madisonville leads. We'll take a break. We'll have more Hopper baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Folding a
on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. As first pitch is going to be a strike at the plate. Gavin Lake for Hoptown. And pitch there. That's going to be a slider outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. And that ball will be hit out high into right field, and she catches it for the first out.
Now by the DH, number 27, Ray Levins.
So 1 out. Now Braden Blevins, the DH, is at the plate. First pitch is a foul ball behind home plate. So an 0-1 count. 1 out. Again, 2-0. The Miners lead the Hoppers here in the bottom of the third. And there's a pitch down the middle for strike 2. So an 0-2 count. Again, pitching is Jace Parnan for Madisonville. 0-2. High and outside for the first ball. Make it a 1-2 count. And pitch there, check swing. High for ball 2. So a 2-2 count. And a strikeout looking. That will be the second out.
For the Hoppers, right field number 3, Sam.
And now Sam Perkins will come over to the plate. An upcoming senior at Hanover College. Got to talk to him before the game. You heard in our pregame show if you were listening. From Louisville. Pitch there is a bit high for ball 1, check swing. Perkins didn't go. So a 1-0 count. One of the few returning players for the Hoptown Hoppers this season. And that'll be a ball hit out towards left field. And left fielder gets under it for the third out. So that's going to do it for the third inning. Once again, a 1-2-3 inning for Hoptown. As there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored for the Hoppers. And looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 2-0 is the score. Madisonville leads. Miners will be up to bat after this in the top of the fourth. And more Hoptown Hopper baseball coming up, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items.
.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back. A first pitch swing. It's a grounder out to second base as Preston Bedford is out.
For the Miners, the DH, number 39, Brandon Gibson.
So one out here, and Brandon Gibson will now come to the plate. Quickly, we just saw that first play unwind as umpires moving this game kind of quickly here today. Apologize for being late to that first pitch. 1-0 count to Brandon Gibson, who's now at the plate. That's a hard ball fouled near right field. As for a second there, I thought that was going right down the right field line, but just a few feet away from it. 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's a check swing. And he did go. So make it a 1-2 count after a strike there. And there is a swing and a miss on a low pitch. Nice off-speed throw there. I mean, it had a lot of movement on that one. And so 2 outs.
Now batting the third base, number 16, Amir Burton.
So now Amir Bergen is at the plate, righty batter. First pitch called strike. High and outside in the zone. So no one count. 2 outs on the board here in the top of the 4th. Pitch there goes low and outside, so make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's a ball hit high. Martin is tracking it down in foul territory, and he gets it in the glove for out number 3. And 3 up, 3 down there. There were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. As we'll head over to the bottom of the 4th, looking at our scoreboard brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. Madisonville leads 2-0. And again, bottom of the 4th coming up after this break. You're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Madisonville Miners lead the Hoptown Hoppers. Again, Jamar Perkins joined by Cole Sloan. And we're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And at the plate for Hoptown, it's Braden Pingle. First pitch goes outside and actually gets behind the catcher. And ball will be collected by our ball boy for the Hoptown Hoppers. 1-0 count to Pingle. And pitch there is call ball 2. So 2-0 count. And there's a foul ball into the screen for the first strike in the count. So 2-1. Two-one count. And there's a 2-2 count on an outside pitch. So an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Braden Pingle here. And inside pitch. That's going to be ball 3. Full count. And that will be a ball 4. Pingle reaches first, and here in the bottom of the 4th, Hoppers get their first man on base. And now Snyder at the plate with the runner at first and no outs. Hoptown going to try to get this lead back down 2-0. First pitch is high and inside, so ball 1. Of course, Pingle, one of the leaders as far as the team in stolen bases. Always got to keep an eye out for him. 1-0 count. That ball is going to be grounded over to short. It's out at second. The throw to first. It's going to go towards the fence. And so Madisonville can't get the double play, but they do prevent Pingle from advancing. So 1 out, and Snyder reaches
For the Hoppers
on a fielder's choice.
John Keebler.
Now John Keebler will come to the plate. He had a fly ball out to right field in his one and only at bat. Grant Snyder at first. Pitch there, outside, fastball, strike one. So an 0-1 count with one out. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Snyder. Kind of closer than you would have wanted there for Snyder at first on that pickoff attempt. 0-1 count with one out. And that ball is going to be grounded over to the shortstop. He bobbles it a bit. He'll make a throw over to first, and it's not there. And that will be an error on the shortstop Stevenson there. As I believe he was thinking he saw the one out, or he knew it was one out. Was thinking double play, going to try it again, and just kind of couldn't scoop that ball up. So Keebler reaches on an E6. And Snyder is able to advance to second. Thankful he did bobble that, though. That could have been a double play. Although Keebler is known to be a speedy player, so he might have been able to get there in time. Slider there crosses the plate for a strike one. Hadley Smith is at the plate for the Hoppers. So we had runners at first and second for Hoptown with one out here. Pitch there down the middle. Makes it quickly an 0-2 count. Again, 2-0, Madisonville leads Hoptown here. And that ball will be grounded over to short. It is going to be out at second. The throw to first is there for a double play. So if at first you don't succeed, then if at second you don't succeed, you still got to try, and that's what happens on a double play that is made there by Madisonville and Peyton Stevenson at short. And so that's going to do it for the fourth inning. There were no hits. There was one error. There was one left on base. And no runs scored for Hoptown. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. 2-0 is the score. And again, leading is Madisonville. We'll be back with fifth inning baseball after this timeout. They're at the plate, and they have Parker Mathis at the plate right now, the ninth batter in the lineup. First pitch swing, a foul ball, and it looks like it's actually going to be played and caught there by the catcher, Hadley Smith. Off the bat, I thought that was going behind us here up in the booth above home plate, but actually was able to be played there. And there, Parker Mathis was able to, Hadley Smith was able to get the ball that was hit from Parker Mathis. So now one out. And Nazir Bergen is at the plate here for Madisonville. First pitch is a ball. Bergen had a hit in his last at bat. And he'll foul one off home plate there. To make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, 1 out on the board. 2-0 Madisonville leads here. The last matchup between these two teams, it was 17-7. as that is an off-speed pitch swung on and missed. But when you look at the box score, if you just look at the score, you see 17-7 and think, oh man, but as again, I'm here joined by Cole. It was really a big, I think, a fourth inning for Madisonville. They scored 11 runs. That really told the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Strikeout
it seems
there,
like
by the way.
Madisonville, every time they just have one inning, one big inning where they can just produce a lot of runs and kind of beat a team and take away their confidence just in that one inning.
As again, 2 outs. And now Brady Cooper is at the plate. First pitch is a foul ball. And again, while Cole was talking, Nazir Bergen did strike out. So 2 outs, an 0-1 count to Cooper. And pitch there, just outside, the umpire says. Look good from here. 1 ball and 1 strike. And once again, kind of in that same spot, but a little more outside this time. That'll be another ball. 2-1 now the count. Again, 2 outs on the board. And bases empty for Madisonville. That's going to be a chopper right into the glove of Martin. And he'll step on the bag himself for out number 3. As 1, 2, 3 inning here. As Hoppers do well defensively. And there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored for Madisonville. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. 2-0. The Miners lead the Hoppers. We're back with more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
No matter what.
The Hoptown Hoppers currently trailing in this one against the Madisonville Miners. Again, at the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch, that ball is going to be hit high out near right field. And the right fielder catches it. As the second baseman was kind of tracking back for it, but the right fielder waved him off.
Third baseman, number 22, D.T. Sir.
As that was Parker Mathis making the play there. So 1 out on the board. After that, fly ball out to right. D.T. Sir, who's now at the plate. He grounded out to the shortstop in his one and only at bat. And that will be a grounder there to the shortstop. He fields it, he makes a throw. And once again, a 6-3 is how Sir is out. And so now 2 outs, and Gavin Lake will come out to the plate. And his one and only at bat, he had a fly ball out to right field. Again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. High and inside pitch there. That'll be a 1-0 count. And pitch there goes low and outside. So now 2-0 the count. Again, Gavin Lake. And that'll be a grounder that is fouled over by the third base line. Big chopper on that one. So a 2-1 count after that foul ball. And that will be a ball hit out to right field. And it lands for a base hit. And the first hit of the game for the Hoptown Hoppers.
Garden single that time for.
So any thoughts that Chase Parnan might have had on the mound can be taken away after that hit there by Lake. Now Braden Blevins is at the plate, the DH for Hoptown.
Lake, one of those players, been hot for the Hoppers.
And his pitch there is going to go low and outside and actually gets behind the catcher, so advancing to second is Lake. So a 1-0 count to Braden Blevins now. And pitch there will be called ball. So a 2-0 count. On a low pitch. 2 outs, a runner at second here for Hoptown. Let's see if they can score this run here. With Blevins at the plate. That's going to be a pitch that goes past the catcher there. And that kind of just looked like some miscommunication, as that ball necessarily wasn't wild. So I'd say that was a pass ball there. As Lake reaches third. And so now a 3-0 count to Braden Blevins. And pitch there, it's going to be ball 4. And Blevins even stood there for a second before going. Honestly, I think he might have thought the same as me. I thought that was a strike outside, but no complaints here. No complaints from Braden Blevins and the Hoppers, as he'll walk. And now runners at first and third for Hoptown as Sam Perkins is coming to the plate. And coach for Madisonville is coming out. He'll talk to Parnan. Based on his demeanor, kind of looks a bit frustrated. It's the Madisonville coach. And for Sam Perkins, he's kind of normally good for a nice ball in the gap. There's a player in scoring position here for Hoptown and Gavin Lake. We'll see what Perkins can come up with here.
I'm not sure why their coach would be frustrated though.
I know there was that one pass ball, so I know there was
maybe miscommunication, but otherwise, overall, Parnan has thrown a pretty good game here early for the Miners.
I can say it now. He was just almost halfway to a no-hitter, so definitely he's been playing well. And runners at first and third. There's a strike down the middle to Perkins. Might not have liked the 4-pitch walk that we just saw. 0-1 count with 2 outs. And that ball is going to be hit high out in right field, and it's caught in the glove for out number 3. And that's going to do it for the 5th inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base, and no runs scored for Hoptown. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville, 2-0. Madisonville still leads. We'll have some 6th inning baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this timeout.
Southern States Petroleum has all of your fuel needs covered.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. 2-0's the score. The Madisonville Miners still with the lead here. We're now in the top of the 6th. And pitch there comes right down the middle for strike one. Again, pitching for Hoptown is Dalton Sisson. At the plate now, Braden Taylor for Madisonville. 0-1 count. That ball is going to be grounded over to short as it is fielded and thrown there by Grant Snyder for the first out. So now 1 out. And Caden Ray now comes to the plate. Again, the shortstop there making the play. So a 2-0 count. 2-0 score. And Ray's first ball there will be foul behind home plate. So an 0-1 count.
Ray's 2 for 2 today, isn't he?
He sure is, 2 for 2. He get an RBI in his last at bat as well. That pitch. That'll be another foul ball going behind us here in our Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. So an 0-2 count. As his RBI was actually the first run of the game. That'll be a hard grounder over to third. Sir gets it. He'll make the throw, and it will actually go near the fence. And you know what? Looking at him, I think that sun was in his eyes on the throw, which kind of threw him off. It'll be an error on him, but kind of as I saw him, he looked like he was right directly in the sun and kind of put his arm up before making the throw. But the bad throw there is going to get Ray over to first. On an E5 there. Swing and a miss. As Peyton Stevenson's at the plate for Madisonville, and both of his at-bats this game, he's grounded out to short. Hoptown would really like to see that here with the runner at first and 1 out. And that ball will be a hard grounder down the third base line. Gavin Lake's getting to it. And at third now is Ray, and a double there by Stevenson. Well, now it wasn't down over to short like we wanted it to be, but a nice hit there by Stevenson as he pounds it down the left field line.
14, Preston Bedford.
So now runners at second and third for Madisonville with just 1 out on the board. Preston Bedford at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. That ball is going to be grounded over to third. Sir was going over to possibly make a tag. He'll make a throw, and out at first is Bedford. Nice job there by Sir as he kind of stunted over to third to keep Ray in check, but still had enough strength in his arm to make the throw over to first for out number 2. So now 2 outs. Brandon Gibson's at the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the evening. Runners at second and third for Madisonville. Again, 2-0 the score. Oh, 1 count on the first pitch.
Yeah. We only got 4 things to give away, so we'll work.
Merchandise tent.
Yep.
And that ball's going to be chopped over to short, and the throw is made, and it's there for out number 3.
All right, folks, get those ticket stubs out.
So that
Got a
is
couple
going
numbers
to
for you.
do it
Check those ticket stubs.
for the top of the 6th.
First number is 0.
There was one hit, 1 error,
036.
2 left on base, and no runs scored. As we'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have some more Hopper baseball. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 2-0 is the score. Madisonville leads. We're back with more OVL baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A after this.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. J. Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. Jamar Perkins being joined by Cole Sloan. The Hoptown Hoppers currently trailing in this one 2-0. But Hoppers at the plate right now as they'll try to make some action. Kind of had some excitement in the last inning. Got a runner all the way to third in Gavin Lake. And first pitch there will go outside to Braden Pingle, who's at the plate. He was the first player on base for Hoptown as he was walked in that bottom of the fourth. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count here. Slider way outside makes it 2-1 now. 2-1 count. There's a pitch that goes high and down the middle for ball 3. So 3-1's the count. And pitch there outside, ball 4. So Pingle is walked in back-to-back at bats. And now Snyder will step to the plate. Snyder has made a couple of nice throws from the shortstop position on defense, looking to get his first hit of the ball game here on offense. That ball is going to be a hard grounder. A nice stop there by the third baseman. Throw won't be made. And big-time reflexes there by Amir Bergen to get to that one.
Next up for the Hoppers, second baseman number 2.
And so Pingle will be out at second for the first out. And Snyder reaches once again on fielder's choice. John Keebler now at the plate for Hoptown. So a runner at first with 1 out for the Hoppers. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Snyder. Again, 2-0's the score. Madisonville leads Hoptown here. Bottom of the 6th inning action. Another pickoff attempt. And back in time is Snyder. Still waiting on the first pitch to Keebler here. And there's a strike. A bit high in the zone. Right in the middle. 0-1 count. Again, 1 out and a runner at first here for Hoptown. Another pickoff attempt. And ball actually comes out of the glove of the first baseman there, Ray. But not too far from the bag. A 1 count. An inside pitch there and a throw over to first, and back in time is Snyder. Just moving out of the way there was Keebler. I thought it looked close to getting a piece of that jersey. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a pitch there will go high and outside. So now 2-1 the count. One pitch swung on and missed. So now an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Getting a runner at first and Snyder for Hoptown here. Two pitch, high and inside. And now full count. Big difference here for Hoptown. Runners at first and second with 1 out compared to 2 outs and just a runner at first. See what happens with the pitch here. As going for second And a winding ball there is going to be fouled near right field. Snyder was trying to steal. And Keebler's just trying to stay alive in that at bat. Was forced to swing at that one and fouls it off near right field. So going back over to first is Snyder, and we'll try this again with a full count and a runner at first with one out. And another foul ball. Goes way out in the field near right field. So 3-2 count. Once again. And pickoff attempt back in time once again is Snyder. Those white pants are now brown after all these pickoff attempts to Snyder. And that ball is going to be grounded, and the second baseman gets it, makes the throw, and it is there. He caught it right kind of in front of second base, so he wasn't really able to make a tag. So he elected just to make the throw and gets Keebler out at first. But advancing to second is Snyder. So now a runner at second with 2 outs. Hadley Smith is at the plate for Hoptown. Again, bottom of the 6th, 2-0, Madisonville leads. Again, this game's the only game in the OVL tonight. It doesn't really happen as that ball is going to be hit high out to left field, and it lands, and it's back near the fence. So a run will score for Hoptown, and a double and an RBI there for Hadley Smith as he hit that one out to left center. And a 2-1 ball game now as Grant Snyder comes in and scores. And now just a 1-run ball game. And a runner at second, and Smith Max Martin at the plate with 2 outs. Pitch there goes outside for ball 1. And 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. One count. And still pitching for Madisonville is Chase Parnan. 2-1 count. 5 teams in this league. The way it's been most nights, it's 2 games going on, and it's that one team that gets the night off. And just an odd day here in the OVL. There's just this one game going on a Tuesday night. 2-1 pitch is going to be hit high in the infield. And tracking that one down is the pitcher, Chase Parnan, and that'll be out number 3. So that's going to do it for the 6th inning. Is here in the bottom of the 6th. There was 1 hit. There were no errors. There was 1 left on base and 1 run scored. As we now look over at the scoreboard, it is 2-1. Looking at our Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, Madisonville leads by 1. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have some more OVL baseball brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.
Farm.com.
The score is 2-1. The Madisonville Miners currently lead the Hoptown Hoppers. We're now in the top of the 7th. First pitch. It's going to be hit high, and it goes foul over near past left field. At the plate right now is Amir Bergen for Madisonville. Strike there called. So an 0-2 count after a foul ball and a strike looking. And pitch there goes low and outside. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch inside, swung on and missed as Bergen will strike out. And now Parker Mathis is at the plate. Mathis 0 for 2.
Right field number 2, Parker Mathis.
He grounded out to the pitcher and then had a pop fly that was going foul by the catcher. First pitch to him is high and outside for ball 1. And the lefty batter Parker Mathis batting in the 9th spot. There's an off-speed pitch that drops for a strike outside. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count with 1 out. And that ball is a hard grounder and a nice stop there by Max Martin. Stopped it with his glove, then picked it up and got out number 2.
Batting for Madisonville is center fielder number 22, Nazir Burton.
That will be the second out. And now Nazir Bergen is at the plate for Madisonville. 1-0 count after the first pitch. It looked like it was an attempt of a curveball there, but went outside. So 1-0 the count. Inside pitch is swung on, hit high and left center. Pingle tracking it down, and he gets under it for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here, and the top of the 7th, as there were no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 2-1's the score. Madisonville leads, and it is now time for our 7th inning stretch, which is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit them today on Fort Campbell Boulevard and download the Chick-fil-A app for online ordering. Again, 2-1, Madisonville leads. We'll take a break. We'll have bottom of the 7th inning action after this break. Again, you're listening to Hopper Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Hi, this is Harrison Waxley from Bossier City, Louisiana. We would not have Hoppers Baseball without the following businesses. Please support our season sponsors: Huggard, Beard, and Giles Funeral Home, Olivet Baptist Church, All Clean and AKS Flooring, and Jones Brothers. Thank you, and go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back here. A pinch hitter is going to be in here for Hoptown to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Madisonville leads 2-1, and in for DT Sir, it's going to be Caden Buxton in the lineup here for the Hoppers. Again, 2-1, the score. Madisonville leads. First pitch to Buxton is going to go a bit outside and actually gets behind the catcher there. Just kind of threw the glove. So a 1-0 count. Seen a couple of kind of pass balls, but the problem is a lot of them Hoppers have kind of struggled to get on base, so they haven't necessarily had the chances to capitalize off of those. There's a strike, a slider down the plate, so a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss there. And now makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. How you doing over there keeping stats, Cole?
I'm doing good, you know. It's keeping me busy, though.
Yes, sir.
Not talking as much,
Okay.
but definitely staying busy with it.
Swing and a miss on a pitch that Buxton kind of chased there, as he'll strike out in his first at bat. So now 1 out, and Gavin Lake will come to the plate. Lake was responsible for the first hit for the Hoppers in the 5th inning. Now he's going to try to get another. And there's a strike on another one of those sliders right down the middle. So an 0-1 count. And there's a ball that's going to be hit high, going near foul territory by the fence. And it is near the bullpen, so can't be caught. My view kind of got obstructed there, but as I looked for the umpire, he did not put his hand up. So 0-2 count. Should I say he didn't close his fist there. So 0-2 count, and there's a swing and a miss. So Lake will strike out as well. Now 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the 7th. Now Braden Blevins is at the plate. Blevins, easier and easier to remember at the plate, sports the yellow batting gloves. First pitch called strike. Hit outside there, had some movement to it. And another one. And I think that was another slider inside. So an 0-2 count, back-to-back strikes. Pitch there goes high for the first ball on the count, 1-2. And that ball is going to be a hit out to the first baseman. He'll toss it to the pitcher, Jace Parnan, and that will be out number 3. As there was no hits, no errors, none left on base, and no runs scored. And looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville, 2-1. Madisonville still with the lead here. We'll now see some 8th inning baseball coming up. You're listening to OVL Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Matching life insurance referral program and tuition reimbursement. Starting salary is $40,000, a year base with overtime above 40 hours being paid time and time and a half. Learn more at careerstothemax.net.
And Brady Cooper's at the plate here for Madisonville. 2-1. First pitch goes outside for ball 1. Here in the top of the 8th, Madisonville is at the plate. They lead it 2-1 right now over your Hoptown Hoppers. Pitch there also goes outside, so a 2-0 count. Still on the mound is Dalton Sisson. I know Cole and I were talking before. Normally, Coach Brisenen, he looks for about 6-7 good innings from his pitcher and makes a change. Here in the top of the 8th, Sisson's still out there, but we do see a pitcher warming up for Hoptown right now over near the bullpen. And that will be quickly a 4-pitch walk, as it almost kind of looked like Sisson was working maybe a little faster than what he's been working. But a 4-pitch walk. Brady Cooper will advance to first.
I think he was just setting him up. He's setting up for the double play. That's all it is.
Yes, sir. As I can't make out who that pitcher is over in the bullpen. First pitch is going to be a ball.
That one right down the middle. Smith didn't move his glove.
1-0 count. And there's a pitch low and in the dirt. So a 2-0 count. Still looking for that first strike in the inning here from Sisson.
I believe that is Easton Barnett out in the bullpen.
I thought I spotted some long hair. I just couldn't really see a number. That ball is going to be hit high, going near foul territory, and it's out of play by right field. So 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two-one count. And pitch there just outside, a bit high. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Three-one. And that's going to be another foul ball. And it will once again not be able to be caught there out past the bullpen by right field. So a full count now, though. No outs, a runner at first for Madisonville here. And that's going to be a ball hit high. Once again, looks like it's going foul, and it is out near the bleachers. And so once again, still good hustle, though. You like to see the effort from Hoptown. Is when that ball's in the air, they don't know where it's going. So a nice hustle to be able to get over there, and just in case. But a 3-2 count. And pitch there. Low for a ball 4. And walked is Taylor here. So now runners at first and second, back-to-back walks. We do see Coach Brisenden heading over towards the mound. And do still see a pitcher over there. Yeah, still some warm-up pitches. As kind of looking over.
He's at Sisson's at 100 pitches after that last pitch.
Coach Brisenden still hasn't taken the ball. I think Sisson kind of handed the ball out to Brisenden and he didn't take it, so yeah, might let him stay in a little bit longer. And yep, Sisson's gonna stay. And so yeah, Coach Brisenden kind of came out, and Sisson, I think, he knew he was already in the 8th inning, might have assumed, but I'm not sure what exactly Coach Brisenden said. But I did see Sisson, he fist bumped a couple of his teammates in that moment. So Coach Brisenden trusting Sisson here in this moment. And the first pitch is going to be low for ball 1 there. Caden Ray's at the plate. He started this game off 2 for 2. He reached on an error in his last at bat, so he's been on base after every at bat. That'll be a foul ball ripped to the screen behind home plate. So now 1 ball and 1 strike here. So 1-1 count. And runners at first and second for Madisonville. They lead 2-1. Pitch there inside. That's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike after that one. Crowd wanted it. 2-1. And another one there, just kind of in that inside corner, but too tight to be called a strike, the umpire says. So 3 balls and 1 strike here. And that ball will be hit high. Once again, looks like it's going foul. And it lands on top of the dugout. And once again, foul ball. Just cutting it close, but not being able to land in the field for the Hoppers. Full count. Once again, it was a full count walk in the last at bat. And that ball is going to be fouled off home plate. Goes behind the umpire. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second here for Madisonville. Again, Caden Ray has reached base in all 3 of his at-bats. What will happen here? And that's going to be a base hit going towards center field. And being held up at third is Brady Cooper. Coach Brisden is going to come over towards the mound. So a base hit there by Ray. He's now at first. Taylor's at second. And Cooper is at third. So now we'll see a move. And a new pitcher in for Hoptown. And that new pitcher will face a tough scenario. Bases loaded with no outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And so we'll go ahead and take a break. And we'll wait and see who the new pitcher is. As again, new pitcher coming in for Hoptown. It's bases loaded with no outs. And coming to the plate, it's going to be Peyton Stevenson. 2-1, Madisonville leads. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more Hopper baseball after this.
Looking to transfer.
And at the plate here, again, it will be Peyton Stevenson. He had a double in his last at bat. First pitch, it's going to be hit high, out in right center. It's caught by Pingle, but tagging up and scoring will be Cooper at third. So a sac fly there for Stevenson does advance a run. Staying at first is Ray, and going over to third is Taylor. So now runners at first and third with 1 out. Preston Bedford now at the plate. He's 1 for 3. In his last 2 at bats, he's grounded out. He'll be showing a bunt. And a bunt and go. It goes past him, though, for strike 1. A lefty there. A 1 count. Again, runners at first and third. And a pitch there goes outside, so 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 count. And pitch there is going to go behind home plate and running and making a throw there. The catcher, he tried to go for the pitcher as that was Hadley Smith there. Ball went behind him. He turned around, made a quick throw, but not really in his reach. Easton Barnett couldn't get to it. So then being able to advance to third, there was Caden Ray. So Braden Taylor scores off the wild pitch. And making it all the way to third is Ray. Pitch there is going to be a ball, so that's 3-1. And there's an outside strike 2. So full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A runner at third and 1 out here for Madisonville. They now lead 4-1. And that'll be ball 4 outside. So Bedford reaches first. At third is Ray. And Brandon Gibson is going to come to the plate. One out. Again, runners at first and third. First pitch, foul ball goes behind the bleachers near first base. Here at Tiger Field, we have an attendance of 287. Again, 287 folks in attendance here tonight. 0-1 count. And throw over to first. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Bedford. As Kosha Painting is the sponsor. And a run over to second. Stolen base attempt. It's going to be Bedford coming back after a foul ball to the screen. Again, Kosha Painting, the sponsor. Mr. Kosha, the owner of the company, also threw out the first pitch. Mr. Orlando Kosha. 0-2 count. Again, runners at first and third. And a 1 out. The pitch. It's going to be just outside. Might I add, too, we do have some fireworks getting popped out near us. And that wild pitch to score a run, it was like as soon as in his throwing motion there, Barnett, the pop kind of went off. Not sure if that's something that would throw a pitcher off or not, but that'll be a grounder over to the shortstop. It is out at second and out at first. That's Grant Snyder able to tag the bag and make the throw for the double play. And that's going to do it for the top of the 8th. But some damage done for Madisonville as they were able to get 1 hit. There was 1 error. There was 2 left on base and 2 runs scored. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville. 4-1, Madisonville leads. We'll have bottom of the 8th inning action here, brought to you by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores for their winning team of self-rising players.
Heating needs with our selection of fireplace systems, gas logs, and heaters. Remember, it's Southern States Petroleum on Canton Pike in Hopkinsville for all of your fuel needs.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
First pitch is right down the middle, a bit high in the zone to Sam Perkins. Called strike. So an 0-1 count. Again, 4-1, Madisonville leads. The 0-1 pitch, that'll be hit high and fouled behind the bleachers near first base. So an 0-2 count. Quickly to Sam Perkins. 4-1, Madisonville leads. We're here in the bottom of the 8th. So chances running slim here for Hoptown to get back in this one. Slider inside, a bit low. That'll be a 1-2 count. And that'll be a hard line drive, fouled over near right field. Cole, a question for you is, I was talking as we saw a wild pitch in the midst of some fireworks being popped. As a pitcher, do you think that throws you off, or is you think someone should be able to lock in a moment like that? As that'll be a ball hit high out to right field, close to the fence, but caught for out number 1.
You know, I can only think. Well, okay, so I have played travel ball in my younger years, and I can only think of one time that I remember fireworks going off on 4th of July while we were playing. But so I'm not really sure. That's a good question, though. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's kind of distracting, though.
First pitch is going to be fouled off by right field. Braden Pingle's at the plate. 0-1 count to him. He's been walked in his last 2 at-bats. Pitch there goes low and outside. So a 1-1 count. Still pitching for Madisonville is Jace Parnan. Just past 90 pitches.
Yes, 92. 92 pitches on the night.
1-1 count there, high and outside. That'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. And pitch there goes outside. So now 3 balls and 1 strike. And ball 4, low and inside is the pitch. So now 3 times in a row, Pingle has been walked.
Continuing to get on, running that OBS
His
up.
last 2, though, it'd have been grounders to, I believe the first it was short, then the next time it was third, where he's been out on a throw.
Wow.
And the batter after him has reached on fielder's choice, that batter being Grant Snyder. So Snyder's going to try to prevent that from happening here. First pitch to him is going to be a high ball, so 1-0 count. And the catcher, Braden Taylor for Madisonville, is going to come out and talk with Ray. Get a 1-0 count after that pitch. 4-1. Again, Madisonville with the lead. Kind of playing in is the third baseman, Amir Bergen.
Expecting to see a bunt, maybe.
1-0 count. Pickoff attempt. Back in time is Pingle. A 1-0 count. And pitch there is going to get on the ground. And going over to second is Pingle. So pitch there in the dirt allows Pingle to reach the second. As we mentioned, he's been out at second on ground balls his last 2 times on base. And now chances are a little bit more slim of that happening with him making it to second. Two-0 count. And make it 3-0. After a pitch there goes high and outside. Again, 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Don't have to get the 3 runs all in this inning. Hoptown wants it, but definitely want to see if he can get at least 1. Pitch right down the middle. That makes the first strike in the count. 3-1 now. And that ball's going to be hit high. And it's going in foul territory, but right behind home plate, it's caught by the catcher, Braden Taylor. So now 2 outs on a pop fly in the infield. And John Keebler is now at the plate. 0 for 3 on the evening. Grounded out to second in his last at bat. And try to bring a run in here. And there's a strike on an outside pitch. So 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Now 0-2 the count with 2 outs. Can still that runner at second for Hoptown and Braden Pingle. Two count. And pitch there is going to get behind home plate, and going over to third on another wild pitch is Pingle. So a 1-2 count to John Keebler. Pingle at third. 2 outs on the board. Hoptown down 4-1. Pitch there goes low and outside. So 2s across the board here. 2 balls and 2 strikes with the runner at third. And that ball will be chopped over to short. It's fielded. The throw is there for the 3rd out. So that's going to do it for the 8th inning. And for Hoptown, there were no hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and no runs scored. Looking at our scoreboard, brought to you by Car Connection of Hopkinsville, 4-1. It is a lead for the Madisonville Miners still, and we'll have some 9th inning. And welcome back here. And it's going to be a pinch hitter for Madisonville. Former Hopper, Fred Fernandez. First pitch is called strike. Pitching for Hoptown still, Easton Barnett. Again here in the top of the 9th, that ball will be hit out and lands in front of the left fielder, Gavin Lake. And pinch hitter Fernandez starts things off with a single. Now Parker Mathis is at the plate, lefty batter. 0 for 3 on the evening. And first pitch, foul. Goes over by the bullpen for the Hoppers out in left field. So an 0-1 count quickly. Again, 0-1 count with no outs and a runner at first for Madisonville. Fastball outside, strike 1. Excuse me, 2. 0-2 the count after that foul ball. Runner at first. And another fastball. That'll be grounded. And a nice dive there. Big time play by Max Martin, as he dived on a ball going to his outside, on his right side, and got on the ground and got back up to tag it himself as well. On a hard grounder. So now 1 out. And reaching second was Fred Fernandez. Now Nazir Bergen back at the top of the lineup is Madisonville. Bergen at the plate. First pitch swing and a miss. Again, runner at second with 1 out for Madisonville. They lead 4-1. Another fastball with some pepper on it. That makes it 0-2. Right down the middle. 0-2 count with 1 out. Again here in the top of the 9th. And a swing and a miss. Bergen is struck out for out number 2. Now Brady Cooper is at the plate. Cooper 0 for 3. He was walked in his last at bat and was one of the runs that scored for Madisonville in that 8th inning. Low and inside pitch there. That'll be ball 1 to start. And there's a strike outside. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Two outs, 1-1 count. Over to Brady Cooper for Madisonville. And that is going to be a ball hit out, and it's going to be fair. Hits the left field line, bounces over towards the fence. And a run scores there for Madisonville, and a double there by Brady Cooper. His first hit of the ball game. Just bounced right on that left field line, and of course it went wide as well, and just unfortunate there for Hoptown. But a nice hit, though, by Brady Cooper. And Fernandez comes in and scores. So now 5-1 the score. And same situation again, a runner at second with 2 outs, but this time it's Braden Taylor at the plate. And Brady Cooper on second. First pitch is low for ball 1. So a 1-0 count. And that ball, a hard grounder over to Martin. And he'll tag it himself. Another heads-up play there by Martin. And that will do it for the top of the 9th. There were 2 hits. No errors, 1 left on base, and 1 run scored for Madisonville. Looking at our scoreboard, it's brought to you by U-Haul of Hopkinsville. 5-1, Madisonville leads. It's up to the Hoptown Hoppers here in the bottom of the 9th. Coming up here on 95.3 The Farm. You're listening to OVL Baseball, brought to you by Chick-fil-A here on 95.3 The Farm.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay's Record Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jaysrecordjewelry.com. Jay's Record Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
You can count on ProLift to get you through the ups and downs of your garage door.
Hi, I'm Brandon Killebrew, owner of ProLift Garage Doors. Give us a call at 270-874-1110 for all of your garage door needs in Hopkinsville and surrounding communities. You can count on ProLift for quality services that include garage door repair, maintenance, and new door installation. So remember to call us, ProLift Garage Doors of Western Kentucky, at 270-874-1110. We offer garage door repair services you can count on, and we can't wait to serve you.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
And welcome back. 5-1's the score. The Madisonville Miners currently lead the Hoptown Hoppers. We're here in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Miners. As it's for Hoptown right now, it's Easton Barnett. For Madisonville, it's Ethan Barrett now on the mound for Madisonville. As starting things here, it's going to be Hadley Smith. So in a nice position is Hoptown. 4, 5, 6 to start here. Again, they need at least 4 to extend this ball game. And 5 will win it here, down 5-1. First pitch is high for ball 1. A nice performance by the starting pitcher, Jace Parnan for Madisonville, has made it all the way to 8 innings. Foul ball off of home plate there. That's going to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Hadley Smith, he had the double in the 6th inning. And that helps score a run, the 1 run of the ball game. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch there. So now 1-2 the count. On deck is, looks like actually a pinch hitter. I think that's Colby Webb on deck in place of Max Martin. And another slider there goes outside for ball 2. So 2-1 count. And that's a foul ball going near the dugout for Madisonville by first base. Coach Benny scoops it up. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, here in the bottom of the 9th, 5-1. Madisonville leads Hoptown. Like to see a runner on base. That will be a high ball hit out foul near left field. Again, 2-2 the count. Pitch there way outside. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now. A full count in the first batter here in the bottom of the 9th with Hadley Smith. 3-2 pitch inside, ball 4. So Smith will walk on a tight pitch there. And now Colby Webb is at the plate. And one of the best hitters in the OVL this season. He is called upon here in the bottom of the 9th. And this will be his first at bat. And it comes at a big time. And actually it looks like we're going to see a pinch runner for Hoptown. Just can't make out a jersey number there. Colton Lovelace, being told, is going to do some pinch running. So Colton Lovelace is in. So also some speed going to be implemented here for Hoptown. Again, 5-1 Madisonville leads. It's now Colton Lovelace at first. And Colby Webb at the plate. First pitch called strike outside. So no 1 count. And running over to second, the throw is made. It is high and out to center field. And now going for 3 and going to get there is Lovelace, as he booked it over to third when he saw that ball go out in the outfield. And now Hoptown finds himself with a runner at third and a 1-1 count to Colby Webb. Again, 5-1 the score. Madisonville leads here in the bottom of the 9th. And pitch there goes outside. A 2-1 count after that ball, as Braden Taylor did his best attempt to frame that one there. 2-1 count. That will be a grounder over to first. And stepping on the bag there is the first baseman, Caden Ray. But a run does score as Lovelace comes in. And so now it's 5-2 with 1 out. And the bases are empty for Hoptown. Caden Buxton is at the plate and is one and only at bat as he was pinch hitting. He did strike out. First pitch there is a strike. So an 0-1 count. Again, 5-2 now the score. That ball will be a hard grounder in the glove of the third baseman. The throw is there for out number 2. That was Fred Fernandez making the play. So now 2 outs. Hoptown down to the last out. And Gavin Lake is at the plate. Again, Lake had the first hit of the ball game for the Hoppers earlier in the 5th inning. Struck out in his last at bat. Again, 2 outs, 5-2 the score. Madisonville with the lead. And Hoptown in a tough spot here with 2 outs. And Lake at the plate. First pitch. Off speed, outside, strike 1. Again, it's Ethan Barrett pitching for Madisonville here. And that'll be a ball bouncing over to the shortstop. He falls down going to make the throw. And it won't get there. As it'll be an error on the shortstop Stevenson there. As that is, I believe, his second error of the game. And just kind of tripped up. The dirt monster got him there. But reaching first is Lake, and Hoppers continue. Take advantage of that error and see what they can do here. Now Braden Blevins is at the plate. Pitch there goes outside for ball 1. Blevins, the DH. He's 0 for 2 on the day, was walked once. Be looking for his first hit. Another pitch there going outside. So now 2-0 the count. Again, at first is Gavin Lake. 5-2, Madisonville leads. There's a pitch there. Hits the outside corner for the first strike. So 2-1 the count. And that ball will be hit high, and it is going to be out of play. Over there near the field by the dugout for the Miners. 2s across the board. As again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at first for Hoptown here. Braden Blevins at the plate. Running for second there. And getting the stolen base is Lake. And now a full count to Blevins. And that's going to be ball 4 on a pitch outside. And also stealing once again is Gavin Lake. So he'll be at third now off of back-to-back stolen bases. Blevins at first. And now Sam Perkins is at the plate. This makes the tying run at the plate for Hoptown. Being down 5-2. Runner at first and third. First pitch is maybe just a bit too high there. Looked close, but 1-0 the count after that ball. Again, runners at first and third for Hoptown with 2 outs. And that ball will be grounded over to third. The throw is there, and that's the ball game. As making the play there was Fernandez, and that's going to do it here at Tiger Field. 5-2 is the final score. And again, the Madisonville Miners get the victory tonight. And almost a quicker game. As we saw some good pitching on both sides. But again, the Madisonville Miners get the win 5-2. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we will conclude things here from Tiger Field. Hope to talk with Coach Brisenden after the game. And we'll also assess our player of the game and give our game summary tonight as well. Again, 5-2 is your final score. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show after this.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Are you suffering from hip or knee arthritis, or is a previous knee or hip replacement giving you pain? Dr. Landon Hall with Jenny Stewart Orthopedics is skilled in adult joint reconstruction and provides surgical and non-surgical solutions for hip and knee arthritis. Don't let bone or joint pain disrupt your lifestyle. It's time for you to get back in motion. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org to schedule an appointment.
Hi, this is Hopper Colton Lovelace from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2024 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors, Southern States, Charlie Henderson State Farm, First Christian Church, and Edgewood Baptist Church. Go Hoppers!
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball presented by Chick-fil-A on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Hello guys, this is Cole Sloan. Didn't hear a lot from me tonight. I was doing a game changer along with the Hoppers baseball stream, but thank you all for watching tonight. And your United Southern Bank player of the game is number 28, Hadley Smith, who went 1 for 3, had 1 RBI and a double. So that is your player of the game. Again, thanks for listening in tonight, and tune in again tomorrow for Hoppers baseball action here at home.
As that will conclude our Hoptown Hopper YouTube broadcast. But continuing our 95.3 WH